How much longer you got in the bathroom?
Another 30 minutes, Bill.
Okay. I'm just asking. What's the word? How you been?
I was just thinking about you too. And I've been good.
I don't know if you're free tomorrow, but I was thinking we could probably meet up at the Vibes.
That's fine. What do you have in mind?
You come to my spot. I'm gonna have some drinks and probably some pizza too.
Sounds like a plan right there.
For sure. I'll hit you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So, you just got off the phone with her, huh?
Yeah, she's just her friend. I don't know how many times the guy keeps on you that.
That was the only question I was going to ask. Look, I'm gonna stay out of your business because it has nothing to do with me. Okay?
Exactly my thoughts, girl. Now, let me take you to school so you can finish getting the education.
Period.
Period. You know the vibe? It's a vibe.
Yeah, I think that's a real song too.
Make yourself at home. I'm gonna go pick up the pizza.
Okay, okay.
Girl, what do you want to do?
He's probably on his way to get her now, or she's already with him.
Maybe you should just trust him.
I do trust him. It's her that I don't trust.
Do you want me to come with you?
No, it's okay. I'm gonna wait and see when he gets home, see what's going on. I mean, I'm his girlfriend. He should be okay with me being there.
Okay, I'll just be waiting here then.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't know how many more I can take.
It's that Henny.
Yeah.
It's that Henny.
Too much for me.
Yeah, we done had like 6 shots of it.
No, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it for real.
That's real.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up? Wait. Why are you up here all that time? I wasn't expecting you.
I came here to surprise you. My professor was more than 15 minutes late, so we canceled class.
Well, this is my childhood friend Hazel.
It's nice to meet you.
Likewise. So, what are y'all doing?
Just vibing like old times.
Okay, with the liquor and pizza.
Is that a problem?
No?
Yeah, maybe I should just leave now.
Yeah, I think you should.
She's not doing nothing wrong. I'm not doing nothing wrong, so why does she have to leave?
Either she leaves or I do.
Well, I invited her here with the ride, not you, because I thought you was at school. So, whatever.
Okay. I'll leave, but don't bother calling me, because I won't pick up.
She was drunk for this anyways, so.
Damn.
It's all good. I'll talk to her next time. Want to have another shot?
Yeah, let's do it.
Graduated, then they saw me. They was down, then they praised me. They ain't get me, they ain't like me, man. They judge me, they ain't.
So we've got the cast and crew of Friends with Benefits here. If you guys would like to just introduce yourselves real quick.
Hi, I'm Madison, and I played Ada.
I'm Nastasia. I play Hazel.
I'm Danielle, and I am the assistant director.
I'm Jordy now, Freddie Tenshu. I played Reggie, but I was also the actor, director, producer, majority of everything because this is my production.
All right, great. So we're gonna start the questions. First question: how did the entire process go, and how do you feel about it now?
In the very beginning, it was. I feel like it's like every other production, but at the same time, it all depends how you carry it as well too. You know, and the beginning, like I said, it was very shaky. You start meeting, working with new people, so it tends to get a little chaotic because nobody really knows each other. So things always goes left and right, and you gotta work around it and deal with it because that's most things most people can't really adapt to do. So somebody who's willing to adapt to do that and knows how to work around it because dealing with people ain't the easiest thing in the world. So imagine doing a production, trying to do all that and still accomplish what you accomplished to the very end says a lot about a person. That's my low expectations how it went.
Sounds good. Anything else from anybody else? Words, thoughts,
I mean,
feelings?
I think,
We all been here from day one.
yeah, I think filmmaking just in general on any production is really about pivoting and how we can make it work with what we have. We always have like our plan of how we want it to go, but there's always going to be things that throw us off. And so if we can't do it this way, how can we still get it done and work around any other things that may happen? Like today it rained and we had to shoot outside and we just had to make it work. So it's a good portion of it is really about pivoting and, like Jordy said, just adapting to your environment.
Yeah, sounds good. Anything else from you guys? Cass?
I think it went well on my end.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Sounds good. All right. We'll move on to the next question. Do you think all the procedures to making quality film to be a good filmmaker... Hold on. Let me reset. Do you think all the procedures to making... Okay, this question, Jordy. We can edit this out, but you gotta help me out. It says, do you think all the procedures to making qualified film to be a good
Quality film.
do you think do you think all the procedures to making quality film to be a good filmmaker is challenging?
In a lot of ways, yeah. I definitely say it would be because when you're in pre-production, you gotta create a shot list. You gotta have a call sheet. You gotta do a storyboard. It's a majority of things you gotta do, and then once you make the casting call, you gotta also find a crew member too, and find the right actresses because things happen, and some people don't know what they're getting themselves involved in. People just see an opportunity and jump straight into it, and then when it comes for that time to put the work in and do what they gotta do, they pull out on you last minute, which I think people want to get that chance, and once they're given that chance, they pull out last minute, and that's the waste of anybody's time. So I feel like, if you want to be taken seriously, know what you're trying to get yourself into rather than just trying to jump at the moment. Like if you know it's not for you, don't get into something like that because once you're in deep with it and you can't get out of it, who's the person that's really to blame for it? And then you gotta take accountability for that all the time. So regardless, no matter how the outcome of it came, once that person just up and leave or just up and drops out at the last minute, that makes a lot of things more complicated. So in my opinion, when I had that type of experience, somebody drops out on me last minute and I gotta improvise and stuff like that, I hold that person accountable. So that's how they show themselves. So no matter what it is, that's how they want to be seen. So that's just where things are gonna be left at.
Sounds good. Any other thoughts?
What was the question?
Challenges. What's challenging?
I think the whole process can be challenging because, like we said before, you just never know what could happen. Like people dropping out at the last minute. Like I said, it really is just the art of the pivot, but like all of the steps necessary to get you started. Pre-production is very, very important. All the things Jordy mentioned, your shot list, the call sheets, the storyboard, like all of those things are necessary, and you don't realize it until you try and do it without one of those things. It's like, oh damn, I would have benefited from having the shot list or whatever, because it just it keeps you on track, because sometimes you can just get involved in the day of what's happening and not get on track, and then sometimes you don't have all of the roles as far as crew goes, so you might not have an AD, so that's your person that keeps your schedule. But if you don't have a person that's actively like that's their only job, then you can get lost, and then we go over time and things like that. So it's important to pay attention to the roles that are absolutely necessary on set. Obviously you can't fulfill them all, but like what are the ones we absolutely need, and let's try to get those as far as the crew goes. And then of course you want a good cast, a cast that has really good chemistry, because then it reads on camera, it looks really good. The rehearsals beforehand also help, and even if it's just like on Zoom, if you can get a rehearsal in, just do it so you can kind of see where everyone is, so that you're not blindsided the day of filming. But like everything is necessary. I don't recommend skipping any parts. People see a film, and you know, from us, our short films, they might see a maximum of 15 minutes, but this has been hours and months, and you know, sometimes even a year's time from pre-production all the way up until that final edit. So a lot of work really goes into this, and it's not anything that should be taken lightly, because it is a lot of hard work. Even like I said, if you're only seeing 15 minutes of a film, a lot of work went into those 15 minutes, and everyone involved put in all their time.
Yeah. What about you, cast? What was the most challenging part?
I would say something that all of us really have to have is patience. A lot of patience, kind of going off of what you said, that it takes so much longer than anybody realizes. And yeah, it's when things go wrong and you have to not just walk away from it and be like, oh yeah, we got the shot. Like, no, you gotta sit there and figure it out no matter how long it takes. So it's a lot of patience we all gotta have.
Yeah, patience, and then preparing beforehand, and scheduling is definitely always a challenge, and you know, preparing your character work before the shoot.
So, good segue. I understand that you had to make some last minute changes because people pulled out. Is that something you're used to? How do you choose to move about that?
Alright, so the way I move about it is, you know, I can't really waste some time reacting off emotions, because that's not going to solve the matter, because what already happened happens. You know, you got to be able to think quick. So this entire time, you know, I had some people pull out on me like last minute, and I couldn't really do nothing about it but just deal with it at the same time. So I had to do the best thing, you know, find the next best person fast as I can, you know, because this was like a short 2-day project. So you know, people pulled out like a day before, so I had like a couple of hours to find somebody right then and there. Luckily, you know, I've been on other production sets, and I connected with some people, and then, you know, people also reach out to me via email, you know, you posting the submissions and stuff like that to my casting. So it's good to have people on standby and just talk to them, because if I never really took that route, then I would have been out of luck. But luckily, I know how to deal with these type of things, so I'm always able to find somebody, because, you know, there's a lot of people in this world that does the same thing. So, you know, anybody is really replaceable at the same time. So that's how I see it. So it's never off emotion. It's always just off the ability to adapt to it. That's what makes you strong and speaks a lot about one person. If you can't really do that type of, have that type of knowledge and experience to do that type of thing, then you won't really make it far in the industry because it's how it is. Especially when you're trying to really elevate, because just like only the strong survives. If you can't adapt to that or understand the meaning, then you ain't really gonna get far.
Yeah, I think that goes back to like pivoting and being able to think
Yeah.
on your feet.
Yep.
Yeah, because at the end of it, once we're in it, we're in it. There is no going back. There is no stopping. Like once we're at that production day, we can only move forward. You know what I mean? Like everyone's already here. We have to use what we have. And I think especially at this level of us being like indie filmmakers, and we don't have these huge budgets and we don't have a whole lot to be paying people, money locks people in, you know, and sometimes they think it's not worth their time, and obviously other things that just happen in life. They might pull out last minute. I've had it happen multiple times on different shoots, but that's why it is important for us while we're at this level to really network. So you have like, okay, this DP can't work, I know 2 others, like who can I get? Or this sound person can't do it this day, okay, I can get someone for this. Or I gotta replace an actress really, really quick. Like just to even know people, like already have them like off top, like who do I know personally that I can reach out to? And then like be okay with asking everyone on your team, like, do you know someone? Because that's how we get the job done. Like we all have to be working together. It's not just on the writer or the director. Like we're all here because we all believe in the project, and so we all should be doing our best to make the best work. So whatever that requires, it's really a group effort of everyone. Like I said, it's all hands on deck. Because like I said, once we're here, we're here. So how can we? Who knows what can be done, and that's kind of just how we roll with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think you guys should pat yourselves on the back because you really pulled it together.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. Next question. Even though this is a short film, how much impact do you think it will have when it is all done for everyone to see?
You know, only time can tell everything, so you never really know. But you know, I hope, you know, when I first shared this project with one of the crew members, he mentioned to me, like, from everything he's seen, like this should be turning into a series. So you know, hopefully, once we put this project out, and everybody sees it, it can turn into that, you know, expectation can turn into that reality, and maybe it might end up being a series. But it really all depends on how much attention and views this type of project can get at the same time. That's like, you know, I want to have a high expectations of it, but at the same time, I still gotta understand this is a short film. It's not a big high film, so I don't expect it to be something like Black Panther or anything like that. But I hope it can get as close as it can get to for it to be considered to be a series.
Any other thoughts or feelings?
Well, I think we all put our hearts into it, and I think that's the most important part. And as long as we made something that we're proud of, it's up to whoever else watches it if they like it or not. But if we like it, we did the best we could. That's what really matters, I think.
Agreed. Do you think all the crew and cast members that was on this production did their part on a good level?
It's a tricky question. I do. I think everybody did great.
Yeah, I definitely say everybody did good. You know, these last few days has been, you know, it's still been a lot, because a lot can happen in 24 hours. But I feel as though these last few days when we were on production set, it wasn't really nobody screaming or arguing with each other. It was like everything was still organized, and it was kept at a peaceful level. Like nobody really getting frustrated too much. You know, the only thing, you know, with production, it takes time to get everything right, but everything was still, as long as everything is smooth and organized, it shouldn't be much of an issue with anything like that. And that's how I felt like this last 2 days of production was. So I felt it went pretty good.
Same.
All Sounds good. And when can we expect your next project, and will it be here in the city of Philadelphia?
For me, I'm doing all my productions in the city of Philadelphia for right now. Just like this current project, I'm already in the process of writing other projects, but it's not done. But I told myself I gotta understand it. I gotta keep it at an impact level because, this is like, it's the city of Philadelphia. It's not Los Angeles where they have more stuff. But me personally, I don't think it matters where you at. It all matters about how much of an impact, how much of skills and knowledge one person has. You could really do filmmaking anywhere. So that's how I see it. That's why, you gotta understand what you're dealing with and what you're getting yourself into. And you gotta know what comes with it at the same time. And not really complain or fold under pressure. So, like one of the next projects I'm writing, it's probably gonna be like besides from trying to do what's the word I'm looking for? A series on this project. The next one I'm writing, right? I got everything I write. I gotta think about it and make it make sense because this is the city of Philadelphia. It's not Los Angeles where they have like probably production houses, like production set houses, like the way Tyler Perry has his stuff in Atlanta. So I gotta work with what that's in this city, written in my script, so it can make sense. The things it has in the city, those are the things I can get creative with and write off of, rather than trying to just make something up, like the way with the stuff Tyler Perry has. Those are the stuff that he has, but I work with what I have or what I can get into, what I'm able to get into. So that's just like, say I want to do a production, write a script that has to do with a hospital. That's just like one example of what I could do.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Anything coming from you?
I have a lot of things in the works that I'm still writing, and then hopefully go into production in the spring. And all my stuff is always set in Philly because it's where I'm from, and it's important to. I always want to represent our city in the way that I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of times things are either set here but not actually filmed here, and so it doesn't look authentic to what we know Philly is like. And I feel like there's so many other caveats in this city that never get exposed from what I experience living here. I don't see my experience on television. So that's really what I want to show.
Cool. Any upcoming projects from you guys or things you're in?
Nothing to share yet.
I have a few things coming up. I'm still working on a couple of my own projects right now too. So just working on getting those completed and a couple other things. Yeah.
Sounds great.
I didn't know you got that one project that you already released and showed me. I think that was a good one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Great. That is all the questions we have for you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Who's gonna say bye?
Thank you. Bye.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.